Fights. Today we are looking at the Souls-like you should play while you wait for the upcoming Elden Ring. This game is called Elex. Elex is one of my favorite games of all time. I can't wait to show you guys this one. Alright, before we even get started into anything, I'm going to tell you right now that at E3 2021, they announced Elex 2. So we have that to look forward to, and I am beyond hyped for that because I've spent easily over 1,000 hours in this first one. I absolutely love this game. Um, the save file that I'm showing you today, I'm level 15, so I'm not super far into it, but it's not going to spoil any of the early game tutorial stuff for you. I'm not going to show you any story stuff. I'm not going to show you any companion stuff. I'm just going to show you how the game works, some basics, and some combat, just so you can kind of get a vibe for it, and then you can pick it up yourself if you're interested and get rolling. So before we go anywhere or do anything, oops, fall damage is a thing, just so you know. It is kind of like the Elder Scrolls or a game like that where you can pick up random stuff like brooms and just, miscellaneous items that are around. The thing is you can sell most of those or you can use them for crafting. Um, so what's different about Elix is that it actually takes everything, like weapon-wise and magic-wise. You can use a sword and shield like I have here, but you also get, like laser rifles, for example, or harpoon guns, for example. um, I also have, because of my character, this thing called a psi amp. Because my character is kind of like a techno mage, so I get a couple different spells that I can cast with this ability. So yeah, that's the basics here. You can be either a berserker, which is kind of like a barbarian. You get like normal like metal armor and leather armor, use bow and arrow, swords and axes and things like that. And they actually learn magic, so you can learn to like cast things like fireball and etc. etc. The character I am is called a cleric. They are focused on technology, and that's pretty much their whole stick, and that's why we use the psi amp. And then there's outlaws. Ooh, gross. Outlaws. They rely heavily on potions more so than anything. They call them chems, but they basically become drug addicts, and the drugs that they take give them bonuses for combat, speed, things like that. So first, let's just hop into our menu real quick and I'll just show you how it's laid out. So you get attribute points. Every time you level up, you get to spend X amount of points. Um, Once you get your attributes up to certain ranks, then you can get abilities, which are things like, increased melee damage, better damage with grenades, a jetpack attack, more damage for certain types of enemies, um, resistances, things like lockpicking, pickpocketing, hacking computers. Um, then you can get other ones too, where it's like you just get bonus attribute points, you get more experience, more skills, etc., etc. And then there's class-specific ones. So I would be over here in clerics. I mean, there is outlaws and berserker ones, but we're not going to worry about that right now. So like psi abilities are my magic. I don't want to show you too much of this stuff just because if you do end up playing the game, like it's better if you get to see it yourself. You do get, like I said, different swords and shields, oops, different guns. Like I have a grenade launcher and some hand grenades. You can also get some spells as single-use items, which is kind of cool. Um, and this is just ammo. You get rings and amulets, different armors, etc., etc. It all shows up cosmetically on your character too, which is pretty cool. Gear can be socketed, so you get these gemstones and put them into the stuff, or into your armor and weapons. You can eat raw ingredients to get the benefits from them, but you also get potions and things like that. You can craft them, and like the Outlaws, where they rely heavily on that. All kinds of lore and recipes like for you to go find and figure out and just sink into the world. Speaking of the world, this is the map. The map is absolutely enormous. Any of the green circles like this are either traders, or these blue ones are, let's see if I can highlight one. There we go. They're trainers. So like where this guy's an outlaw trainer, he can teach you outlaw skills, whereas this guy over here is going to be probably a person that, jeez, yeah, a combat trainer. So he can teach you combat skills. These are fast travel. You can teleport to them as long as you find them first. And yeah, so the map is kind of massive. Like, I'm zoomed out as far as I can go, and yeah. But you can also zoom in pretty close too to see like the layout and everything. But enough of that kind of stuff. Let's get into it. Oh, I will actually, just before we get going here, I do just want to show you quickly like the quest log, which would be here. So this is my quest log. Each one of these is the different area besides the first two here. This is like the main missions and the missions you can do for each one of your companions. Don't want to click into any of that to spoil anything for you, but depending on where you are, you can just open up the tab and you can go do quests for that area. It does mark it on your map. That's what this gold icon is over here, is part of my quest. You can set your own markers just like that. So it's got all the little bells and whistles that you expect in this kind of game, which is nice. There is lockpicking, which is just a game of getting the tumblers in the right order. So this is a crafting material, we'll take that. Elex is money, so we'll take that. Alright, let's get into some combat, shall we? So you do get a jetpack in Elex, and you get it almost immediately. Like you get it during the tutorial, and that's like the biggest difference between Elex and any other Souls-like kind of game. The reason I call it a Souls-like is because when you get into combat, it's very much lock-on, stamina-based combat. If you see the green up around my health bar there going down, that is my stamina. Everything I do takes stamina, and I do not have much. So, attacking definitely is not something you're going to be able to spam in melee combat. You do get a light attack, which is faster and you can combo, and you do get a heavy attack. Depending on what weapon you're using, or if you have something in your offhand, that determines it. Like, I get this big shield bash. One thing Elex does, which is kind of different too, is you see the meter in the bottom left hand corner, how that kind of fills as I'm attacking. As soon as it goes over that bar, I can hit triangle for a special attack. Think of them kind of like weapon arts in Dark Souls, but each weapon and each thing you put in your offhand kind of gets its own special attack. I mean, ranged weapons don't get that. Just because they just shoot. What they get is these different firing modes. So this is burst, auto fire, single shot. I think I'm out of ammo, so we won't worry about showing off that. What I will do is I will show off some of my magic in a fight against whatever this creature over here is. Okay, so because he has the skull beside his health bar there, that means he's a little too tough for me. We're still gonna fight him and probably gonna be able to take him. It's just we're gonna have to kite him a little bit because he'll probably kill us in 1 or 2 hits. Oh, does he not have a ranged attack? Oh, he does. So we'll just spam him out here. Try not to get hit by breath attacks. Ow. Oh, I hit myself with that. We might die! Okay, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Strict potion. Alright. So, I'm not gonna lie. This game is going to force you to find ways to, kind of cheese like this. I mean, it's not mandatory whatsoever. Like, realistically, you shouldn't fight this guy where he's the skull. He's too high level for you. Like, you either should sneak away or, nice try, bud. or just avoid them straight up, but I'm fairly confident with this black hole ability that I'll be able to take them, especially with the building right here. Nice try. Alright, down he goes. Lots of XP for that. One thing to keep in mind that's a little different is you cannot loot if your weapons are out, which I thought was kind of weird, but it's something you get used to. I guess it's just to keep you from getting locked up or confused and that kind of thing when you're in the middle of combat. Pardon me. So the game has varied biomes. There is like quote unquote dungeons to get into and explore. What's kind of crazy about Elex is you get through the tutorial and the game just literally goes, okay, figure it out, survive, and you can then go anywheres, anytime. There's no restrictions. Like the only restriction is basically if the enemies are marked with a skull. And as you saw, like you can definitely get around that. It's not the end of the world if they have a skull. Like you just gotta play smart, basically. But I love this game, guys. Like I can't stress enough like how good this game actually is. Like if you like exploring and looting, and like the variation in the monsters is great too. Monsters will fight and eat each other, and they'll attack. Like humans will get attacked by monsters. Monsters will fight each other. It's very much like a living, breathing like ecosystem almost. Like I find everything interacts with everything. And okay, so some areas like this one, they have hazards, and I don't know if you saw. This is radiation. It's like baby gas, but it's gonna hurt the longer we're in there. You do. Oops, wrong button. It's actually one of your abilities that you can get here, where you can resist poison, so that way you can go into those zones. But I don't have any ranks in it right now, so I'm not going to risk going into that area, because I would probably die. I mean, again, you can take the potions, and you can use, spam health potions and regens and stuff like that, and you could probably cheese your way through it. And I mean, I hate using the word cheese for that kind of thing, because like, I feel like you're actually just outsmarting the game, but... Oh. So you do get a dodge roll. The combat very much feels like Souls, except for the range stuff, which is because there's not a whole lot of range in the Souls games, I find, unless you're going. Oh dear. Hello there. I went for a parry and I missed. Potion. Please don't hit me. Ow. He's winning! And this is why we choose skull enemies, because like with that boar, I was able to kill him almost, like, what, 4 hits? This guy's giving me a pain. Yeah, you're a pain, bud. And again, I'm spec'd as a mage, so this is my bread and butter. Like, you do get different psi amps. I will say that. I had a character that was up around level 45. That's not this save. This character's only the level 15. Yeah, be cranky, bud. Go away. Leave me alone. And when I was on my higher level character, I had more than 1 amp, so I could switch between, like, I think it was 6 or 9 different spells instead of just these 3. Did he just shoot at me? Or was that somebody else? That was weird. Anyways, back to tasering this guy. Oh, he's throwing grenades is what he's doing. Screw that. Surprise! Get you from the roof. Sneak attack. Man, he's tough. No wonder my sword wasn't doing anything. It's not ammo, it's mana. I think you should die from this one. Yeah. Hopefully we won't aggro the big guy and we can go loot him. Bam. So like the wood lice meat there and the cultivator's loaf, both of those you can craft into food. Food acts as like lesser potions. Potions kind of do more and they do it faster. I guess we'll pick a fight with this guy to end the video. This isn't gonna go well for us. Stay back. Yeah, come fight me, you ugly. Come on, then. Nope. He's so angry. Let's see if we can bait him over here, actually. Ow! That was so rude. How dare you? Oh! I didn't even see him come up behind me. Oh my goodness. Alright, guys. I'm gonna end the video there. Oh my. So it is very much plays and feels like a Souls-like. You're gonna have to use all your wits to get through it. I'm not saying it's broken or like brutal or anything like that. It's just very much a tough game. You gotta respect the rules of the world. For example, messing around with skull monsters like that will get you slapped, as we just saw. Oh man. But yeah, the second one is due out. The trailer said coming soon, so fingers crossed that we'll get it. Maybe by the end of 2021. If not, this game will definitely fill the gap from now until January when Elden Ring drops for you. You can honestly play through the game 3 times and have a good time all 3 times because you can play a cleric, a berserker, and then an outlaw, and you'll have a very different experience. I didn't want to show you towns or anything like that just because I run high risk of spoilers, because the towns themselves are like interesting as heck, like not gonna lie. Like to become a cleric, like you're not even allowed into the city to start with. Like you have to earn the right to get into the city, for example. So and I mean there's more than that too. Like there's a pretty neat city up in the northwest end of the map that if you go there, it's got a whole set of quests to it and everything. It's quite interesting. You get to choose the faction that you join and then you go from there pretty much. But I can't recommend this game enough, guys. Like if you need an open world game that kind of plays like the Souls and just you want to play something that you've never played before in a world that you've never seen before, just check out Elex. Please check out Elex, guys. Alright, so that's going to do it for the video. If you like the video, please like it. It helps me out by getting it to pop up in other people's related and suggested by YouTube. If you want to help the channel out, please share the video, because that's the easiest way for us to grow right now. If you turn on notifications for the channel, I actually record all the videos live, and then I let them go public a little later. So if you want to see them before they actually go up on the channel, you can turn on notifications. You might be able to catch it when I record it live. So that's gonna do it, guys. I highly recommend checking out Elex. Like I said before, it's one of my favorite games ever. I can't recommend it enough. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.